Thank you very much to invite me to come here. I was very keen to join Barcode of Life, and I hope we can do something with Egypt. My name is Samy Zalat. I'm working as a professor of taxonomy and ecology at Suez Canal University in Egypt. Also, I'm a chairman of one of the NGOs working in biodiversity in Egypt. It's called Nature and Science Foundation. I established this foundation 10 years ago, just to secure my work on biodiversity in the country. My key taxonomic interest is insects, mainly wasps, Hymenoptera in general, but wasps in specific, and butterflies. I'm working on endemics and near endemic species of the country, especially in Sinai Peninsula. Sinai Peninsula has the highest percentage of the biodiversity of the country because it started from the Mediterranean as a plain, as a desert, and then come to the mountains and back again to the Red Sea as a plain again, coastal plain. And it contains Mount Sinai, which is the highest peak in the country, and to contain a lot of endemics and near endemic species. So I started in 1982 working on Sinai Peninsula. My interest is North Africa and Middle East because I worked with GTI before with North Africa, NAFRINET, from Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, and Egypt. And within the last 9 years, I spent these 9 years in Saudi Arabia, working there, because the political situation was quite terrible in my country. But back again last year, and I started with Barcode. This is what my colleague contributed. I haven't done anything. This is what contributed. Even I don't know how to access the database of barcodes. And Paul and Michelle helped me to create these. So I'm now here to learn rather than to give something until I could understand what's going on and learn from you all, from your experience, and see what I can do. So we have 932 species, mainly in arthropods, insects, and I read through that, and mainly from Alexandria University. I come across the literature. I found some publications from a guy. He's working in Saudi Arabia in Malik Saud University, and he was connecting with the Barcode of Life Phase 1. And there is a number of my colleagues in Ain Shams University in Cairo doing barcodes. So I'm familiar now who is doing barcoding in Egypt, then I can see what I can do. Yeah, if we come to that, I wish, according to Paul's estimation, he started 0.5 million, he aiming for 2.5. If we multiply that by 5, then we're talking about 5,000 species. If we can do the next 7 years, 5,000 species, I think we succeed to do the job. Yeah, the first project, we don't have fund for that. I just proposed for that, doing barcoding of insects of Egypt, butterflies and wasps in specific. I have my own collection. I have access. In Egypt, we have 5 collections. 3 of them in the universities, main universities, Cairo, Ain Shams, and Al-Azhar University. 1 in Entomological Society, and another one, which is so we have 1 collection, Ministry of Agriculture, the main collection in the Ministry of Agriculture. I have access to all these collections. The lead project will be Nature and Science Foundation. My foundation will lead on that project. So for Egypt, you have 61 butterfly species, and about, yeah, that's what I have in my collection. I'm talking about the wasps. The wasps, I have about 200 wasp species in my personal collection. For butterflies, we have 61 species. I'm really interested to start with 1 unique species. It competes to be the smallest butterfly in the world. It's only in the Mount Sinai, on 5 square kilometers, on the top of Mount Sinai. and is endemic, and I wish I can start with these species. The second project is looking at barcoding of endemic and near endemic plants and associated insects in Sinai Peninsula. We're talking about 38 endemic plants, 60 endemic and near endemic insect, butterflies, bees, wasps, beetles. That's what we can do. Even we have some work on small mammals and parasites. Yeah, if we're looking for numbers, then we can do a lot. There's no problem with that. The issue is another thing. If we come across a SWOT analysis, yes, the strengths. Present got taxonomists in specific groups. I know all of them. Some of my students finished their PhD on bee flies, on violet. Some finished on cichid wasps, which is about 420 species in the country. So I have a number of students in different universities, and they did taxonomic work on different groups, and they're willing, I'm sure they're willing to contribute. Willingness Egyptian taxonomists to collaborate with my foundation, easy access to Egyptian collection and field visits. I have no problem with the field in Egypt. I can go everywhere. Establishment of the technique to determine the conservation status of Egyptian biota. That's what I did I was in charge to establish Egyptian biodiversity database. So I spent from 2004 until 2008 to establish the National Biodiversity Database. But it doesn't, and out of this database, we produce these books. You can buy very simple taxonomic data. It's just the name of species, the locality, and the date. Yeah, the date you can, locality you can do GPS and all these kind of things. Then we produce mammals of Egypt. Reptiles is ready. Birds almost ready. Some plant groups and some insect groups are ready. So all of that, from taxonomic point of view, is ready. Then I can discuss with my colleagues about possibility to do barcoding for these specimens. The weaknesses, lack of fund, important, not just, and the mechanisms to sustain the work. Fund is okay, we can do that. All my career, I can get fund. Always a problem how to sustain the work. So I need to think about that very carefully. Lack of special laboratory in Egypt doing barcoding in a proper way. That's what I'm here to learn about how to do in the right way. And awareness about the procedure and the database of iBOL. Threats, lack of fund to join international meetings like that, I will get a great experience. I already got. And I'm sure in the next 2 days, I will get more, and this will facilitate how to build a strategy to do my job in the right way. The opportunities, we have NSF to be associate member, and then we can contribute to the database. How I'm going to do that is not clear yet. It depends on our discussion and how I can see every country did during the last 5 years. Then I can build my strategy, either to head to the top, bottom, to the Minister of Environment, ask the permission, and there is a risk there. If he said yes, it would be great. If he said no, I'm stuck. No way to go. Or have a network of my group and on a national level, and then start taxonomy, and then, I need to think about all possibilities. Country now, after this political instability, welcoming project after years of instability. That's a good thing, because they're looking for development, they're looking for good works, but also it can be a threat. Possibly they say, we are not interested in international collaboration, stop doing that, that's it. So it is opportunities, but also it is a threat. Thank you very much for your time.